Hi everybody, Flash Rasman back again to take another look at Ostriv. I looked at this a very long time ago, probably one of the first games I looked at on the channel, and I thought I'd come back to it. So Ostriv is a city building game that puts you in the role of a governor of an 18th century Ukrainian town to challenge your creative skills and management abilities. Steam ratings are through the roof on this. It's a very good game. And I've not been able to play for it because it's been refusing to load. But then it loaded today, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have another look. So here we are. Right, new game. Again, it's early access, alpha. It's a download, early access. It's just had a big update recently. So again, early access, things aren't going to work, things might be missing, things might not be finished. No, that's, you long to remember that. Got different maps to choose from, so unlimited limestone, limited stone. So let's have a look at all these particular maps. Let's go with unlimited limestone, limited stone. I'd look at this one here, so let's go with this one. Let's dive into that one. Map number 1. Right, choose location for your settlers. There's not a lot of way of it. In terms of tutorials, it's not the most tutorial heavy game in the world. I'll tell you that straight away. However, it is quite intuitive. It will give you little hints up there as what you got to do. Settlers camp. So where are we going to put the settlers camp? Where should we put it? I'm thinking to myself where to put it. Plenty of space. I might put it here. If I put it here. Look at this. So when it's going to build a forest of wood production. So again, it gives us what to do. So we need a forestry for wood production. I'm going to put that right next to the trees, just there. They'll get a building that. So what we also need to do, we also need to make sure we provide food, and we provide not only provide food, but provide houses. But everything's in a production chain. So at the moment we've just got our camp town hall. So we look at resources. We've got drinking water, iron, nails, thatch, wood. At some point, we're going to run out of thatch and wood. Well, thatch mainly and nails. So there's a lot of things you've got to build straight away. So, because this caught me out early, it's a bit early. So we need to build a. What's it? It will tell us at some point. But I'm going to jump on it. I'm going to jump ahead on it, and that's it. Just do that. I'm going to jump ahead because we are going to have to do it at some point. There's two things I want to do. I want to build. We need a smithy to make nails. We need a. Where is it? A thatchery for thatch, which probably need that for thatch, and we need food. We need a farm for food. I'm going to do the thatchery first because we're going to need that first. I'm going to stick it down here because it's based on reeds. So I'll bung that down there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put that down there. Then what I'm then going to do is I'm going to start planning a town layout. We've got, as soon as it's done that, it's going to want us to build houses because we've got to get everybody housed before winter. Now this is a very slow paced game. It is a very slow pace. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's a very, very slow paced game. We need market, housing, and no jobs as well. So we need to create employment basically. So what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to put it on slow. I'm also going to plant a house. So at the moment, house for the garden. Okay. So we need that. We need stone. So we can't build a tavern. Okay. Village house, basic house. I want to build a house for the garden because they grow their own food then. So what we're going to rotate it. I'm going to create a row of houses down here. So I'm going to go. Because I'll probably put a farm that little bit. So I'm just going to go shift. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to put a row behind like that. If you notice, you can resize them and everything. You also notice as well there's almost the grass is almost in the basic grid system if you look hard enough as well. I'm just going to put a row. So I'm going to rotate. I'm going to put a row down here as well, because eventually I'm going to put the town hall. So once all these houses are done, I'm then going to build the town hall right where that big tent is. So what I'm probably going to do is have to do a bit of a jiggery pokery. I want to get a stead round as well. No, can I go top down? I can't go top down, can I? That'll do. Right. I'm just going to go. It's not perfectly straight. Well, I'm not going to build all these straight out. So I just want to get, it's almost like a bit of a town planning thing going on there. Alright, they'll do that. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to pause you, pause you, pause you, and pause you. We need, basically, I think it's going to tell us we need, it's going to tell us we need 9. So I'm just going to pause you and you. And I'll do that. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's build this. We've built that now. So we've built that. We've paused some of them because there's a lot of jobs to do. I'm a bit faster now. I'll get the speed up. They'll build a thatcher. What I'm then going to do is we've got water already because we've got the well in there. What we also need to do is we need food, because if you notice there, well, they've got no market and they need housing and they've got no jobs. So we need to create jobs for them. We need clay as well. It's going to tell us we need clay at some point. Because if we look at this, that requires clay. So we need to build clay. So again, I'm going to put that down now. A lot of this I know because it's, if they start getting to work out what you need. If we look at the building, it tells you what you need there: wood, nails, clay, thatchery. That's what I said right at the start. The things we've got limited amount of. You look at resources. A thatcher, nails, and a thatch. So what we need to do is, wood is ongoing because we're building that to get the wood. So we're asking a couple of people on that. That'll start producing the wood. Create clay, dig a clay pit for your houses, right? So it gives you stuff like that. But once if you look at the grey, you can't dig there. Clay will only go where it's green. So I don't want it too far out because it's a long way to go. I don't want it too far, but I say I don't want it in the city limits as well, because I don't really want it there. I don't want it too far, but at the same time, that'll have to do, because they'll get cracking on that. They won't get too far with it. Let's get one person in there for the time being. The clay pit needs to be moved up as a priority over that there, because again, this is how you move your job queue. You basically, that's how you build your job queue. You by moving houses, by moving things around. Got your clay pit dug. That doesn't employ people. You just go and get clay who want it. Right. So what I'm then going to do now, they'll be gathering reeds for the thatch, which is fine. What I'm then going to look, if we now look at back into resources. We're going to run out of nails very quickly. We are going to run out of nails. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start I'm going to build. I'm going to queue up. In fact, do I want to queue it up? We need to get the houses finished before winter because people die otherwise. So that'll give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we need 9. Yeah, we need 9. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 queued up. So let's unpause that one. Okay. Alright. What I'm then going to line up to build is production. We need to build we're going to need to build a smithy. It's a smithy because he's going to make the nails. And then we need so we build a smithy. If we put the smithy down here next to where the wood's coming from, that'll tell us the smithy. I know needs a charcoal pit, but we'll get to build that first. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move that up in the queue to there. So they're working on that. We're also going to need at some point. We're going to need food, because the required market in the market, you've got to have food. So we've got to actually make food. So let's go into production again. Now a farm. If we go with a simple farm, I'm going to put. See, I want to try and work. I want to put everything. I'm trying to put the farm over. I'm going to put the farm over here. So if I rotate that around that way, I don't want it to. I can't think where I want to put it. So I want to try and kind of keep everything organised. So I've got kind of. This annoys me. Put the farm there, and then we'll add some fields around it, and then hopefully that'll start producing food that we can then start selling in the market. Now, my plan is basically, if you look at there, we've got. I wish these flags were a bit more obvious. These flags could do with being a bit more so you could visually could see them. So at the moment we've got kind of, if I go like that, that's blueprint. You can see what we've got here. It's got good. So what I'm kind of thinking to myself is that eventually, once we've built the houses, build a town hall. The town will go here, and then we can start moving the houses out. Because then we can even move the clay pit further out. Yeah, so we can start moving the clay, and we can make this kind of the centre of the town, and then kind of move everything a bit further out. So that's another village house that's been done. I like the different architecture. If you look, they've got different architecture as well. Look, that's clay. I do like that. It's very nice. They're, at the moment, I think this works because they grow their own food. Give them a garden, they grow their own food, and it means they can sustain themselves. So we look here. There's working nicely on there. If we look at, let's look at people. If we go to population, we have got unemployed at 50% unemployed. So we've got unemployed. Here we've got 11%. Most women are unemployed. Now, some jobs, from what I can tell, some jobs won't recruit women, I think. I might be wrong on that, but it is a bit annoying. So I'm going to move the farm up the queue. That's on pause. So I'll move you back to there. So we've got this, because again, we just need to make sure we've got enough houses built. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have I not queued enough here? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I didn't make that too confusing, did I? Tell you what, I'm going to unpause all of them. But when I add stuff into the queue, I'll just move it in front of them. I just have to keep on top of the queue. That's all. We houses done. We need to get houses done first. See what I mean? You can run it at a very fast speed because it's a very slow going, relaxing game. But if you have it on too slow, you do spend a lot of time watching it doing nothing. And they'll only do one job at once. You can't get them on multiple building projects, from what I can tell. It'd be nice if you get them doing get them spread your builders out, but I'm not sure you can do. I'm not sure how you go about doing that. Where's my farm gone? So I'm not sure that in the queue. So you got one building. It'd be nice if you get multiple building queues. So it keeps for decoration. I'm not going to do that quite yet because they're not asking for it. The decoration is things like benches and stuff like that. What you could end up doing is thinking ahead. The tents disappear to get houses. Once you get that, we can build a town hall here. Then you can put little benches and garden around it, make it look nice. So they won't crack on with that smithy until these are done. What I might do, it's kind of which comes first. I might move the farm and the smithy, because what we're also going to have to queue up, we're going to have to queue up a carpenter, because at some point, what'll happen, the carpenter, the things break, you need a carpenter to fix them. Now, if I put the carpenter, that's put the wood, I might put the carpenter behind in that empty space there. And the carpenter, I'm going to bump the carpenter up in the queue to be in front of that there. So you get a lot queued up. But assuming there's a lot of you just stood around waiting for things to happen. Which again, it's a pacing thing. It's kind of you're going on fast mode, because otherwise you will spend a lot of time saying nothing, which is not great, but it's also going to be quite relaxing. But it's a beautiful little game. It's a lovely game. It's all about production management and production queues. So it could do with I'd like to be able to have multiple build queues. Would be better, so that you could have multiple projects going on. Well, it is what it is. So at the moment, you just go fast forward, so we don't need to go slow. So the pacing could do a bit quicker. But yeah. But it's a lovely, lovely game. I don't know why, but it's just been refusing to load for me. I also like as well how the buildings are different. That you're not getting like a Legoland look of all the buildings all looking the same. They'll look different. Now, at some point, we're going to have to go over there to get stone. So at some point, when we've worn all these trees out, we'll probably have to build a bridge and get trees from over there. Okay, so that's working on that. So yeah, because I'd like to get them working on them as well, but I can't because it's well, we're going as fast as speed possibly. Yeah. There is music in the back, relaxing music in the background, but I've muted it. Well, I've turned it right down for copyright strikes and what have you. So what I might do is, so you see, you get that, you know, there's not enough people willing to work there. Again, I'm not sure workers, because again, higher options. Okay, so it's yes, it's. I've not quite worked out how the unemployment works yet. We've got 4 more houses to do before that's finished, before that's done. Yeah, when I did a little bit of a test one earlier, I did think to myself, the pace of this could do it a bit faster. If you notice, yeah, again, you could do with telling you who can work where, because obviously we've got people that can work, but not work in all places. And we look at now, we've still got builders. So, but certain population do certain things. Information overlays. Go to town hall. Help. Let's have a look. See what it sells in there. I should have looked at this employment. You could have been told what sexes can work in what buildings. Because we've now got 4 people waiting in houses, which that means I've only got 2 queued up. So I'm going to bump one into there. I'm going to bump another one forward. I want to get these built before the summer's out. Because only in July. We look at resources. We go to town hall. Look at resources. At the moment, we've got plenty of nails. So we've got plenty of everything at the moment. Do you want to make, yeah? So then hopefully we've got plenty of that at the moment. But you know, some of these bigger buildings use a lot. And so, for example, yeah, they use 112 nails. I think these could do with being bigger. That uses 112. These could be. I like when you got plans. I like these flags to be a bit brighter, so you can actually see them. And that uses 100. That uses a lot. That's going to be a big build. That's going to use a lot. That is. I'm actually tempted to bump these 2 ahead, because if you look at this guy, that's kind of we might have to think about what order we do this in, because they use an awful lot of wood. If we go back to our town centre resources, we're going to need a lot more wood than that. We've got a lot there already. We'll need a lot more, so we can easily put more people in there. Yes, like I say, the pacing needs to be looked at, because there is a lot of waiting around for things to happen. For me, so I want to be able to have builders do multiple things, so I can get multiple projects going on at once. Obviously, it will take longer because you're splitting the builders. So if you could have multiple build queues, and so you could have 3 things being built at once, it should take you longer because you've got less builders on it. But at the same time, it would allow you to get multiple projects going on at the same time. If that makes sense. Yeah, and like I said, it's kind of at the moment there's a lot of standing around. It's a beautiful map. It's a beautiful map, though. So where are we? We've lost us already. However, aren't we? Yeah, so it's gorgeous. So again, we could expand the town this way into this little area here, or that way farmland. Because once these trees have gone, we could put more farmland down here as well. Got 3 more houses to be built, and that'll house our 3 people. So they have started. See, it looks like they have started that before they finished that. And so, because I haven't built. Where's that one? Where's that on the queue then? Where are you in the queue? You're that one, okay, and you are that one. Cool. They'll do those 3 first, which makes sense. Okay. Right, and then that'll get everybody out of tents for a start, and then we don't necessarily need to have extra. We don't need extra people yet. Look, we've got 5 people looking for a job. Can I get more builders in here? Though? See, it won't let us, you see, so it's only certain people could do certain things. Can we see? Clearly only males can do that. It must be, but it doesn't tell you what gender can do what jobs, and they need to tell you what genders can do what jobs. It would make it a lot easier trying to work out what you're doing. So we've got maxed. We've got everybody in there. Yeah. So it needs to tell you what genders can do what jobs, because it would make it easier for you to work out what you're doing. So when they've done that one, they'll do that one. They'll have 3 there. And this one's blank. They've got these because again, they need to. These you've got to be writing to see them. I want these to be a lot more obvious where I've got stuff built. Obviously, try and build something on top of it. If I just try and build another house down here, like for example, okay, you can't build it, you can see it. You could just do a bit a little bit bigger. Oh, okay. Again, it's the waiting around for this. There is a lot of you kind of waiting. So again, it could do it. The speed, the pacing of it could be worked on. Because, like I said, I want to do multiple things at once. Because again, basically, I mean, if you don't get everybody else by winter, people die basically. So you can't lose time on it. Okay, got 2 more to do. Once we've got those 2 done, that's everybody so far got a house. Nobody will move in without a house, but people got houses. And we've got 4, and we've got more planned, so we can gradually expand out. Yeah, again, I said I want to be able to see. I want to be able to see what genders can do what jobs. It will make life so much easier. So we're on fast forward now, so it's October. There's like 24 people in. Okay, you are doing fine. We've got plenty of that coming out. I'm not bothered about that. They can keep doing that. We can't get anybody in there because we can't. Okay, so we've got everybody in there. Okay. Let's have a quick look at. Then you got to make a decision, because I do want. It's a toss up between what goes first: nails, or the farm. I am gonna do. I don't know what I could do getting the farming. That's a big build, though. I'm in a bit of a dilemma which to do first, because I know that at some point we're gonna need to repair the carts. We're going to need to repair the carts. If you look, we need to repair the carts, but to repair the carts we need metal parts. So we need the smithy, the carpenter, and then the farm. Because they've got their own gardens, because you build them with gardens, they effectively grow their own food, and that's what I'm assuming anyway. Which means you don't necessarily have to worry about feeding them so quickly. It doesn't mean you're not going to get any more migrants in, but at the same time, it means it takes the pressure off you a little bit to do that. So that'll be done in a minute. So that's done, then that'll be done. We've got 1 more house to build. That's good. We've got 1 more to do, which is this one here. And then cool. That'll give us that one, and then they'll do there, and almost make the houses so they surround the centre. This becomes a centre, and then we do house, because eventually when this wood's gone, we'll move these buildings away. We'll just basically we'll build them somewhere else and move them out. So it might seem wasteful now, but it will mean that as we go, we can, these unsightly production woods, we can just move them further out, and then we can expand it so everything forms. That this will be the town square. Then everything would form around it. So you'd almost get like a square village, so to speak. But it's a beautiful little game. It's really, really. It looks complicated, but it's not. I mean, it's not. It's not complicated. So there's a lot to think about, and the reason why I know this, because I had a dry run earlier, and I ran out of nails, ran out of food, and I realised, so you've really got to get your houses built, get people's houses before winter, get the thatchery built pretty quickly, so that you're producing thatch for your buildings. Then get your clay pit done, and then you go with your smithy, carpentry, and then farm, in that order. Right, okay. I know because the smithy's going to want it. It's going on a charcoal pile. We could also put a fishing dock down. We might do that in a minute, actually. What you also want to try and avoid is putting a massive production queue chain in. Charcoal, you've gone into charcoal pit, so I'm going to put you there. Complete. That's just dead quick. That just is charcoal pile. Okay. Then they're going to move on to that. So that's done soon. Then we move into production buildings, because I only want to build them for immigration to happen. You need to satisfy everything, the migrating stations are all got to be in green. Then people move in. So I'm not particularly bothered about that. I'm not particularly bothered about that time being, because we want to make everything. We want to make sure everything's up and running first. So they get all of that stuff, and then they can start. We can start making nails. Which will mean that we've got a supply of nails when this lot runs out, and then the carpenter will repair the wagons. But they'll need metal parts to do that, so that'll sort it out. Oh, I'm just having a cup of tea while we do it. So yeah, it's a beautiful little game. Probably go for about half an hour, because again it's nice short bursts. So they're all nice and built there. That's going along nice, so that'll be done soon. Then hopefully we can get people into there to start making nails. Then the carpentry, then the farm, and we can get the farming. By which point, then we'll need to actually hire more people. See, winter's coming now. But I do like how all the buildings are different. They all look different. They're all different. I mean, you start to get a few copies. They're the same, but the fact they're all slightly different, it means it gives you a kind of. Gives you a nice. It makes it feel nicer rather than just some generic one copy building. Yes, again, yes. So migration status at the moment, I don't want to do that because we haven't got enough. We need to get the basic infrastructure up and running first, i.e., this lot. Look, it tells us they've collected everything now, so that used to be building that. So if you notice as well, as soon as they've collected everything, they'll build it and they'll start moving to the next one, which is a good thing. So they'll move on to that, collect that from what we've got. Okay. Cops are work again, as I said. It's kind of it's giving you a guide as to what you got to do. So now let's get people in here now. Click vacancy. So what I might have to do is boot somebody out of one of these. So if I kick you out of there, hopefully you'll find your way there. Hopefully, it says. That's something I've not quite figured out. The part I'm not really kind of sure how it works. And we need to hire somebody in there as well. Okay, so nobody wants to go in there. Yeah, somebody's gone into there. So if we go into the buildings queue and let's boot you. And hopefully you'll go into there and be employed. Okay, so you're going to produce nails and metal parts. Okay, he's working on that. He is preventative measures. Now they're going to move on to the farm. Okay, then we can move back onto the houses, which is fine. Yeah, the river's iced up. Right, let's get to the world map, because what you can also do is trade. So we can also start trading. So we're here. Most of our routes are by land and one by sea. So if we go back out of here, we might do it. Trade. We can either build is that trade? A trading dock and a trading base. We should build a trading base first, but look what Jesus takes a lot. Yeah, I don't want to do it quite yet, but yeah. So get the farm up and running, and then we can move on to kind of building more houses and then start producing food. No jobs available. It's kind of, yeah, so what unemployed people have we got? I bet it's women. Unemployed, it's mostly labour working. Unemployed are 55% of unemployed. Total population, it's just women, basically. Yes, again, they're limited to what jobs they can do. Yeah, okay, anyway. Let's have another look at that one again, actually. Population history now, but nope. Okay, so quite a young population. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay. They're just waiting on thatch, because we're ahead of the game on thatch. If we go back and look at our resources, we are ahead of the game on everything, really. We are ahead of the game on everything. Yeah, that's we're fine. We're ahead of the game on that. Treasury. yeah, we could. I've not even looked at it yet. So yeah, at the moment, income, treasury. So we've got positive. Green is good. We'll look at more detail later. We're going to look at that now. Okay. Get that farm up and running. Get a couple of fields down. Get some. Once we start producing food, what we can then start doing is put a market down, put food in it, and start getting it. These other houses will naturally get built. They'll start working on these next, which will give us more than enough to house the families. Build out to more control of your economy. So if I do that, I'm going to put that down now because the government construction office hires additional builders. I wonder if that'll open up more production queues. So if we go in now, town hall. So if I put the town hall here, if I put the town hall kind of, I'm trying to where I can put it. If I put the town hall kind of here, I don't know where I want to put it. I thought we want to put the town hall. Town hall really should be one end of the square. So if I put it kind of here, that clay pile will have to go. So if I put it there, that's going to have to go. And then you can put, and then we can put this to maybe be the kind of a town square, something like church and other buildings. If we look at other buildings, we can we can build churches, monuments and stuff. We can put things like schools and that, what have you, in there. Yeah, make this a bit of a square if we can do, if the game will let us. Okay, so they're working on that. Okay, the farm has been built. So let us order a plough. Plough, we need oxen. We need not enough idle oxen to complete an order. Need 2 oxen. Oh, okay, so let's undo that then. What we're going to do first is put a couple of people in here. Add a field. So we're going to go like that. And yep, and then I'm going to add another field next to it, and we're going to go the same length. Why don't you want to do that, I wonder? Why don't you want to do that? Let's try that again, shall we? Add a field. Let's try here and go 20. Add another field. So in here we shall grow wheat, and in here, so what's your problem? Filters active, activate, and in here let's grow potatoes, and there, and activate. Okay, right, so they'll get cracking on that. So we haven't got enough people for that, so we're working on that. Okay, they'll start producing the food. They'll start producing the food, which means that's up and working. What I do want to do is prompted me. We're going to need to build a trading press because we need to get ox. We need to get animals in production. Let's just get a cow shed, dairy. Let's get a cow shed in. Let's put the cow shed. Let's put the cow shed over here. You can make farms this side. Cow shed over there. You want to make this kind of Farmsville? Like a farm on over here? Yeah, that built over there. I'm going to bump you to be up there. What we also need to do, we need to build a trading post. I think we are going to have to buy trading post. We're going to have to buy in the oxen and stuff. Now, do we want the trading post next to the town hall? It does kind of make sense, kind of the back of the farms there. Or would you want the trading post to be right smack bang in the middle of your town, or do you want it a bit further out? I might put it over here, kind of here on the edge of town. I'm thinking just kind of if you were role playing, where would you want your trading centre? If you listen, would you want it in the middle of your town? Why don't we put it up here in like Productionville up here? Yeah, can't do. I'm going to move you to be in front of them. They need hay dryers as well, so we're going production, and we don't hay dryers, don't we? So put a couple of hay dryers. We'll put a couple down actually. Put a couple down. Hay dryers, and put another one. That's a couple of hay dryers there. Right. How long are we going for? Alright, I'm just gonna hit pause. Alright, let me know what you think. I think this is a beautiful game. As I said the pacing needs to be sorted out. The pacing's too slow. The fact that I'm on fast forward, or I'm on game speed of max all the time. The pacing of the building needs to be faster. Just kind of, I don't know if that's by design being slow, but I could do it a little bit quicker. You could do with a bit more help if you just started just to find your way back, because it can be quite intimidating. Apart from that, I'm enjoying it. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed that. As ever, I'll see you next one. Thanks very much. See you. Bye.